Welcome to a special. I know I always say they're all special, but this is a truly special episode of Wrestling with Worldwide Willis. This podcast is brought to you by the LMG Podcast Network. And today, we're talking about the biggest thing in wrestling, WrestleMania 40. And of course, I had to have my guy L with me today to review night one, night two. You know what I mean? We're gonna break it all down.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long one.
Yes, sir.
That's for
Yes,
sure.
sir. Yeah, a lot to talk about here. We're gonna try to keep it moving along, but yeah, definitely a lot of stuff we got to break down here. So I guess let's get started. Um, Again, this was WrestleMania 40. It was in Philadelphia. I guess I need to say, for those you're not in our Facebook group, which we need to get you into, but there was some people in the Facebook group saying, "Hey, why don't you tell people that Peacock, you can watch these premium live events on Peacock. If you have Peacock, you can watch it for free. Essentially, you just have to pay for Peacock." And so I just wanted to let people know, hey, any premium live event, WrestleMania or Backlash that's in France coming up, you can watch those on Peacock for free. So just so you know, anything we talked about or review, you can go back and watch it if you do have Peacock.
Yep.
Um, so yeah, again, WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia. Obviously, started out. We got to see the game. We got to see Triple H walk out there, which is always great. And he had his old theme music, which I loved.
Man, that's the first thing I thought about because we just had that conversation
Yeah,
before.
yep, yeah. I was like, oh, it's all about the game. I want to play it all about the game. All right, no way you can. Yeah, okay. I was
I
like, all
wonder why
right.
he changed to that though.
I know. I think, man. Honestly, if he was talking to just the homies and just be like, "Hey, man, what should I?" I think everybody's gonna be like, "Yeah, you should do the game. You should do the game or your old stuff, but definitely do the game." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just hit different when it came on. Um, so our first match of WrestleMania 40 was for the Women's World Championship. We had Becky Lynch trying to defeat the champion Rhea Ripley. What do you think about this match?
It was it was good. Like I
Mm-hmm.
really liked it. You can tell from, the people who don't know, Becky was going through some strep throat,
Yep, all week.
stuff
Yep.
the whole week. So you could definitely like after knowing that, you can definitely kind of like hindsight, like look at that, like okay,
Yeah.
you could kind of tell kind of wind it not all the way there,
Yeah.
but for being all sick and stuff, she pulled it out pretty good, especially
Yeah.
taking some of those finishes for real, like she was taking.
Yeah. The Riptide. The finish was really good. The Riptide off the basically a buckle bomb type of Riptide, and then another Riptide. You know what I mean? I think she took three total.
Yeah,
Um. See, but no, you're right. Like she was apparently Becky Lynch was sick, had a 102 fever. Wasn't feeling well. You can kind of tell just in her energy the way she was like she entered the ring and stuff like that. And so, but I agree. I think so. I made the stupid mistake of thinking 7 o'clock Eastern. Like I was like, oh, okay, 6 o'clock start. That's gonna be a pre-show. I was like, oh yeah, that'll be pre-show. So I didn't really like. Honestly, I didn't start watching until about 6:30 because I was like, I wonder what's on the pre-show. I thought maybe Santos and all of them was on the pre-show. I don't know what I was doing, bro. I walked in, turned it on, middle of the tag team match. I was like, oh no, like
no, okay, that makes sense because you was in the text thread talking kind of behind. I'm like, okay, how did he get behind?
yeah, bro. I hit up Roy. I was like, yo, I was like, what did I miss something? He was like, yeah, it started at 6. I was like, oh, I thought it was like pre-show starts at 6. The matches start at 7. So, bro, I missed this entire Becky Lynch Rhea Ripley match. I went back and watched it, obviously, but yeah, I was hot. Like I was upset for that whole tag team match. I could barely take it all in the first time because I was just pissed at myself because I was like, how the hell do you? How does this happen? Like, yeah, I was hot about it.
That makes
But
a whole lot more sense now.
yeah. So like, I'm actually probably glad I did that because I went back with the whole new context of knowing, okay, she's sick. This start, I wasn't expecting this to open the card. I guess I was more late, more near, especially once they confirmed that tag team match with Rock and everybody. Um, but no, I thought it was a good match. Was it the best match on the card? No. Was it something we're all going to remember in a couple years? No. But I thought it was good for the circumstances. I thought they tried. They did their best under the constraints of, like you said, Becky was kind of winded, and you could just tell she wasn't doing everything to full tilt. But
Yeah.
I thought it was a good match, a very good opener. Can't take anything from them. What would you rate this match out of? Let's rate these out of 5.
I'll give it a 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I give it a 3. It might even mess with 3.5 on some days, how I feel,
Yeah.
but right now I'm rocking with a 3. Um,
Because even the finish seemed like it was rushed a little bit.
yeah, it did. It didn't seem like it was a build up to it. It was sort of like boom, 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 finish. And it wasn't
Yeah.
like, oh, snap, like, Rhea's in trouble and, she just finds a way to finish, So that's a good point. I'll probably go 3 as well on that. Okay, let's go to the 6-pack tag team ladder match for the WWE tag team titles, which for those that don't know, they were split. So there was 2 hanging sets of titles, right? There was a hanging SmackDown tag team titles and another set of hanging Raw tag team titles, which we didn't know. We thought might be the case, but they confirmed it basically. They confirmed it for us, and we had A Town Down Under, DIY, Awesome Truth. Um, who else we had?
New
Um,
Day,
New Day and
New Catch Republic.
New Catch. I always forget their name. New Catch Republic. Yeah, Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. And I thought this was a good match. I thought they did a really good job. I thought it was fun. It gave you everything you kind of expected. You expected
Yeah.
some comedy. You expected some high spots, obviously, but you expected definitely with Truth being in there. There's going to be some funny stuff going on, bro. When he went for the tag, that was
But yeah, that
hilarious,
tag, I was like, this dude needs to stop.
bro. The hot tag too. He
And
came
the
in.
fact is, everybody was like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
tag me in.
Yeah, they was like everybody was like, all right, it's Truth. Like let's just adjust. Hot tag, boom. He walks in, hits it with the 5 moves of death. You know what I mean? Like that was fun. Um, it was a really fun match. I thought like they did their thing. Um, and was Judgment Day in this one? Or am I tripping?
Yeah, they were because they had the
Okay.
belts at first.
Yeah. I missed Judgment Day. Yeah. Um,
They didn't do that much though.
they didn't. They really didn't. Like Judgment Day didn't do a ton. They weren't really a part of any huge spots. They weren't. Yeah, they didn't do a ton. Now you say that.
Yeah,
Um,
because the like Damien did more than Finn did.
oh yeah, for sure, absolutely. Like New Day has some spots.
Yeah, that was
Um,
teasing me. I didn't like that.
yeah, I know. I thought they was close as anybody.
Yeah.
Um, but I thought for those that don't know, Awesome Truth did A Town Down Under got won the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, which is cool. I think is a good decision. You give those guys spotlight on that a brand, and they can kind of separate things, and they can do their own thing. And they have some different tag teams over there, anyways. New Day and other teams over there, anyways. And with the draft, I don't know if it'll matter as far as teams they go against, but
Yeah.
I do like that choice. I thought it was a good choice. And then for the Raw Tag Team titles, we had Awesome Truth winning it. What do you think about the choices of winners?
Like we said on the last podcast that, we wanted certain people to win, but we kind of
Right,
knew at least one of them was going to be Awesome Truth.
right.
Because right when I saw those two belts separated, I was like, oh, yeah, we split this thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But I didn't think uh, Austin Theory and Waller was going to get that other one though.
That one kind of surprised me. I see why they did it, but I was a little surprised.
Yeah, because I to me like after looking, I was okay. You need one heel group and you need one babyface group.
Right.
So I was
Yeah.
like, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of saw New Day getting the SmackDown just to kind of start it off anew. You know what I mean? Have a foundational tag team to start the split again.
Yeah,
But I can see, you know what I mean? Those two are big time, especially Waller. So I can see the choice. It definitely made sense. But what would you rate this match?
I would probably because the comedy had me cracking up the near,
Yeah.
the near grabs of the belts. Then a lot of the spots, especially JD McDonough going through that dang table
Oh yeah. Forgot
because
about
he
that
came
one.
out of nowhere and trying to get Finn or Damon to go up there and get
Yeah.
that belt, but he went through the dang tables.
Yep. Two of them.
But
Um,
match rating wise, I'll probably say I'll give it a 3.5.
we're aligned here. I do 3.5 as well. Yeah, it was fun. Again, like it had a little bit of every element that we expected. Um, wasn't anything we hadn't really seen before, but it did its job, you know.
Yeah,
And the job was just to split the titles, you know what I mean, and have a good time doing it. So, so next we have Rey Mysterio and Andrade versus Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio. Um, I'll be honest, this match I was a little surprised is on a Mania card, to be honest.
yeah,
Um, I thought there's others that maybe could have used this spot, but you know, it happened. You know, Rey Mysterio and Andrade get the win. I think we texted about this a little bit, but I would have liked to see either Dominic steal a victory, Dominic and Santos win, or Andrade getting the pin, right?
yeah,
Basically, you know what I mean? Like, let's help our newer talent a little bit. Whereas Ray getting the pin didn't really help anybody. You know what I mean? You come out of the match kind of like, oh, okay, Ray got the pin. You're happy for a little bit, but you don't think about the match again. Whereas if the other guys get a pin, you go, ooh, okay, that's a good win for Santos,
yeah,
or that's a good win for Dominic. You know, what's going on after this? Well, we like Ray, but we don't really necessarily care what his next storyline is. No one really cares. Uh, and we also want to see what's next for Andrade too. Like, is he challenging for the U.S. title? Is he challenging for Intercontinental? How far is he go? You know, so I just would have liked to see one of them get the pin rather than Ray, because Ray pin like is cool for the moment, but it doesn't mean much. What do you think about this one?
I felt the same way because after he got the pin, I was okay. Where does this go now?
Right.
Because if you would have got Dom or Santos to pin Ray or Andrade,
Yeah.
then okay, we can kind of do something there. But at the same time, like even if they would have pinned them, it's like okay, are we just going back and forth with both these
Yeah.
factions right now?
I'm, that is a discussion I'm kind of interested in. Like, I kind of leave it alone. It's like, you know, the luchador, like family dynamic, and these guys have probably been wrestling each other since they was young, way before WWE, right? So they
Right.
probably enjoy going against each other. But I am a little sick of let's put the Mexican factions against each other. You know what I mean? Like let's just do Mexican wrestlers against each other. It's like, bro, they can wrestle other people. Like they're fine.
Yeah, I
You know
feel
what I
like they've been
mean?
wrestling each other for like 3 6 months.
Yeah, it's like okay, Santos. That's the only dude Santos got beef with. Like you
Yeah,
know, like I just yeah, I kind of just wish they would. It feels like lazy booking a little bit.
yeah.
Like like putting black wrestlers against each other, or it's just like okay, it's a little lazy though. You know, um,
Oh yeah, they did have a celebrity appearance from Jason Kelsey and Lane Johnson of the Philadelphia Eagles wearing
that's
luchador
true.
mask.
That's true. I had no clue who they were at first.
Like when I saw it, I was like, "Yeah, I know who that is."
I couldn't. I could tell a little bit with Lane. Well, I'll be honest, Jason Hadid had no clue because he looks different from now because he lost a bunch of weight since he's obviously retired.
Right.
But yeah, with Lane, I was like, kind of can tell, but I wasn't sure. Was not sure at all. Um, but yeah, it's a solid man. I give it about 2.5. You know.
It did surprise me though a little
Hmm.
bit because a lot of the back and forth and some of the move sets like the Andrade and Ray off the turnbuckle going outside the ring.
That splash, I was dope.
That splash, that was pretty cool.
That
Then they
sequence
did
there with
that.
the elbow, that was nasty. The
Yeah,
turnaround elbow, that was fire.
yeah, they had a couple of a good spots, so it did raised it more than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But rating wise, ooh,
Hmm.
I'd probably say I'd probably say 2.5 as well.
Okay. Yeah, it was good, just not. I don't think it's better than the Rhea Becky match.
No.
Um, or on that level, anyways. All right. Folks, excuse me. I have allergies like a mug, and he's kicking my tail. So, but we're gonna push through. So we have the Usos going against each other. Jay Uso versus Jimmy Uso. What do you think about this one?
Um, if anybody does a super kick one more time, like I'm almost getting tired of seeing super kicks. That means to that, like after watching that match, shoot over the whole weekend, like okay, what's this move do now?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was rampant. It was
Like,
like every wrestler did it.
but this is like when we talked about before about them two going against each other. They only got like a few moves,
Right. That's what I was afraid of, man. Repetitive.
and I think how long did that match last? Because I saw the match time on that.
15?
Was
Or
it
was it 10?
15?
Was it, I think it was 10 or 15 because it was only like, it might have
It
been
was
10.
11,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
and half of that was super kicks.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
And we all knew Jay was going to win that,
absolutely.
especially for the pop.
Absolutely. You had to. It would make no sense for Jay to lose that one.
So it was good for what it was, expected to be or good. Or I was more happy about the intros.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's the thing that had me more hyped than the dang match was Jay coming out
Yeah. That was dope.
doing his thing. But match wise, it was okay.
Yeah. Lil Wayne,
Oh yeah, they don't need to bring him out no more. Like
no more.
like that's probably the worst performance I ever seen any rapper do on any type of wrestling company, whatever. I don't
Yeah.
know what he was doing.
And it was it was a Millie, right?
Yeah, because they said like the week before that he gonna debut a new single.
Yeah, he did
So
say that.
he started doing a milli. I was like, then they went to Jay's music. I was like, okay, time out. Where's the new music at?
Right.
Because I was thinking, okay, he gonna do something. Then even when he did a milli, he did what? The first part of the song,
Barely. He act
barely,
like he
and act
barely
like
knew the.
he didn't know the dang
Yeah.
lyrics.
I'm like, you don't know a Millie, bro?
So it was
Like,
like, yeah, we don't need to do
no.
that again.
Yeah, I could have dealt without that, to be honest. Um, yeah. This one, I'm gonna be honest. I get it's about a 2, man. I just the story. I see what they were trying to do, but I didn't need this. I didn't want this match at all. I knew that it's just way too repetitive. They have way too. There's no difference really, other than Jay just have a higher ceiling. like move wise, it just wasn't gonna do anything for me. So yeah, I got to give this a two.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely give that too. And also, was this the fourth match?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Did you notice between those 2 days the production level was different?
Oh yeah, yeah. We're gonna touch that right at the end because I have some. Well, yeah, it was different. It was different. I would say the last match it wasn't, but everything other than that, bruh, it did not feel like WrestleMania. I'll say that.
Yeah, because we
Um,
definitely was saying that for sure.
yeah, yeah, like it did not feel like Mania. Uh, up until that low, those last like two matches. Um, but yeah, and they tried in this next match. We'll talk about it. Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, Naomi versus Damage Control. I had an issue with the entrance. I get what people like it. Like it obviously the significance of seeing three black women lowered down from a tower, from a pedestal. I get the symbolism,
Yeah,
but it looks stupid as hell. I see all three of them. Then you got Jay walk off, play her music for 5 seconds. Then Bianca walk over to the thing, play her music for 5 seconds. Then you Naomi play her music for five. I was just like, where's the reveal? Where's the like? You didn't do no fire, like nothing. That didn't do anything for me. You should have just had them come out separately, or do like something like Bianca's been doing the last couple of years, something real like dramatic first, then they
yeah,
walk out or something like that. But yeah, production value wise, that was another one. I was just like, who's making the decisions on these? Like, day two was no misses production wise. This one,
yeah.
I was,
Like then I don't know if you saw this,
mm-hmm.
but when I was watching, when it'll do the commercial or the ads or whatever, because I'm not paying that much to do
Oh
that
yeah,
no ad stuff.
yeah,
But a lot of the times they'll come off the commercial or the ad, it be like 5 seconds into the intros.
oh yeah, yeah. That's true. Yeah,
So I kept saying, I was like, okay, did I just miss something?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I agree about their entrance. I didn't like that. I was like, y'all couldn't just y'all know this is about to be some type of faction or a group. You telling me you can't find a song real quick? Because I thought the
Yeah,
song that they came down to was
that was
about to
cool. Yeah,
like transition to some new song to say a group or something.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So I didn't like the whole 5 seconds.
Yeah,
Okay, other 5 seconds. Okay, another 5 seconds. Okay, let's go down the ring.
yeah. Just like I don't, I just didn't like that because I get what people are saying. Well, it's a symbolism. I'm like, they're winning the match. We know they're gonna win the match.
Oh yeah,
Like,
that was most definite.
right. The symbolism is them in the ring standing next to each other in victory. That's the symbolism, right? That's the picture. I don't
Yeah,
really care about the picture when they up by the ramp. So it was like it just didn't make sense to me to sacrifice the entrance when that was supposed to be one of the best entrances of the night. You know what I mean? With those three,
yeah.
so but as far as the match is concerned, thought it was solid. It did its job, obviously, to make Jay look good, make that group look good. I didn't think it was really anything special. It kind of felt a little raw. You know what I mean?
It
Like
was
you always
definitely a
say,
TV match.
yeah, it was a TV match. And it was just like, man, this. I don't even know what it was missing. It was just not great, and I'm not a big damage control guy because I've seen Oscar and Kerry Zane have some timing issues, so it
Yeah,
was a little scary in that regard. Um, and seeing Bianca kind of relegated to I'm just trying to make this other girl look good, which I appreciate, but it's like I don't know. I feel like she could be doing something more useful with her time a little bit.
I think they should have gave them more time. They only gave them 8 minutes,
Yeah, it's true. Like that was short as hell.
and I think that could have been the issue. Was it was quick, fast, and a hurry. Like we
Mm-hmm.
said before, it's like we already know what's gonna happen. They gonna tag Jade in. get that hot tag. She gonna
Yep.
wreck everybody. 1, 2, 3, let's go home.
Exactly. You knew she was getting the pin. Exactly.
Yeah,
Um, yeah. I don't know. It's did its job, I guess, but I'm not. No one's going to talk about that match, in 2 months. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
it felt like there's a few of these on night one like that. Um, Next match we had Sami Zayn going against the Gunther, the Intercontinental Champion. What do you think about this?
I liked it. At first, I didn't
Mm-hmm.
until because I was like, is he gonna just squash him?
Right.
Is this
Yeah.
gonna be a like how Gunther just sit there, he go back and forth, and he start wreaking havoc
Yeah.
and just go. Then next, he gets hit. Then he turns back and he wins the match. That's what
Yeah.
it looked like it was about to do. So I was like, okay, here we go. Just pin Sammy and get this thing over with.
Right.
Then he started doing those splashes on the rope and he kept going back. And I was like, okay,
Yeah.
what are they about to do?
Mm-hmm.
Because he don't normally do that. I know he's trying to make a point, but
Right. Yeah. He does
is Sammy about to turn this thing around?
it. Right.
And that's exactly what happened. I was like, okay, you got me.
Right.
I
Right.
did like that though. I was like, okay. I was
Yeah.
shocked that he won though.
Man, I just want to take a moment of silence for my boy Gunther, man. I just, again, like you said, I was enraged. I was enraged. Everybody in the group text was texting me. I couldn't even respond because I was enraged. Um,
We asked you about 3 or 4 times.
yeah, man. I just couldn't gather the words. Like you said, I wasn't expecting it. I thought for sure he was going to retain. I loved what he was doing as far as proving a point, talking to the wife. You know what I mean? Keep going. You know what I mean? It was like a Gunther match, but up the notch as far as
Yeah.
dominance and like really showing I'm that dude. And he got a little cocky, and they made it to where that hurt him. But for me, it was just for him to beat him clean. Mm, I don't know. Gunther's beaten Sammy a few times. Like
Yeah.
I want to say 3 to 4 in one-on-one. So it's like for me to believe that he just somehow came through, bounced back when he was getting his ass whooped the entire match.
Yeah.
That's hard for me to believe. Now I will say that brainbuster off the that one got me. That one I was like,
Yeah.
oh, he ain't did that in a minute,
Yeah. And people who out there who was on social media talk about, oh, that's botchamania. I was like, yeah, I guess you
bro.
don't watch the product.
Yeah, you don't watch wrestling. You don't know wrestling. If you think a brainbuster is a botch, like what do you expect that to be? Like, you know what I mean? It was just like, and it was done so well and so quick. At a certain angle, I was like, "Oh, What did he mean to do there?" But then I was like, "Oh, the brainbuster," and I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, snap!" Like, because he did it, he lifted him up, and we were like, "Okay, he's going down for a regular suplex." And then he flipped it real fast, boom.
He flipped that thing quick.
I was like, "Oh shit!" And then I was worried about Gunther, but Gunther was straight, and I was just like, "Oh, a brainbuster." We ain't seen one of them in WWE, especially. Like
Yeah.
they do in the independents, they'll do it, but not in WWE like that.
Yeah. When he did that and they called it, I was like, I can't believe he did that.
Yeah, bro. I was like, wow, that one got me high. I'll say, like, even though I wasn't happy about the result, that was the first match that felt like, ooh, okay, this is Mania. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was the first one that, like, because, like, even the walk out to the ring, that was Mania production. You know what I mean? Walk through the thing, you see Kevin Owens, his boy, who he went to Mania, he went Mania main event last year with. Like to
Yeah.
really root, you know what I mean? That got it. Now I will say another thing that pissed me off: we didn't get a Gunther special introduction. We
Yeah.
didn't get a
What the heck was that?
yeah, man. I'm like what? What are we doing? Like, ladies and gentlemen, like, come on, dog. What are we?
Like I did not understand that because I was waiting for it. I was like, here he goes. I was like, wait a minute, no, he's just coming out.
Bro, he came out like it was a live show. Like I
Yeah,
was like, huh? Like he didn't wear his coat all the way out there. I'm like, what are we doing? Like, are we rushed? Are we rushed for time? It's Mania. Like we shouldn't be rushed for time like that.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I didn't like that at all. I didn't like that at all.
I was super confused because I was like, okay, we did it the last year.
Yeah, last year and the year before we did that last year. We did it at Clash at the Castle. Um, like, yeah, I was upset by that. But yeah, I agree. Like, this is the first match that felt Mania worthy, and the wrestling was top tier. I would give this. I'll probably give it a. Ooh, I'm thinking four. Four is something I want to say. I'll give it a four. It's better than Ripley, Becky. Better than Awesome Truth, the 6 pack match. I'll give it a four.
I agree.
Yeah.
I would give that a 4 too. Did we
Mm-hmm.
rate? Did we rate that other one?
Target. Oh, we didn't. We didn't. What are you doing? What are you right now?
I'll rate that. Oh man, I get that 2.5.
Okay. I'll give it a two just because time restraints is kind of part of that grade too.
Yeah, because
Um,
I think that's probably the shortest match of the whole 2 nights.
I want to say it is. I want to say it is. But no, thanks for catching that. So we got the two for that one, and then two and 2.5, and then we got both fours on Sammy and Gunther. All right.
Yeah.
Now in our main event, night one, Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns and the final boss. I hate how he says it. The final boss. Roman Reigns.
Man,
Uh man. This was I'm not gonna lie, this one cooked. This one, they was cooking.
they was boy.
Like them boys was cooking.
This what I feel like WrestleMania like started.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, I
So
agree.
everybody had their intros. Well, not
Mm-hmm.
even the only person who really had the intro was Rock.
Mm-hmm. Well, because no, you're right. Because Romans was kind of regular.
Yeah, Romans was regular,
his special one was the next night. Yeah,
and then Seth was yeah. Everybody was regular. Well, Cody did the Cody Vader.
yeah,
He
yeah,
had his
yeah.
little elevator thing, but other than
Mm-hmm.
that, it was normal.
Yeah, you could tell they was like, all right, everybody else is wrestling again, other than The Rock. Let's give him his, what I mean, his moment. Because did he come out last, or did he come out? He came out before Roman.
He came up before Roman
Okay, okay, that's right. Um,
and had the fire Brahma Bull.
that's right. Yeah, with the what was the pants called? Um,
He had like some breakaway pants, look like.
yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, his gear was a little weird. But
Yeah, why he come
overall,
out with some breakaway stuff on?
I mean, it's cold. It was cold,
That's
but
true.
yeah, you could have had other options. There was other choices you could have made. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But no, man. Shout out to The Rock, man. Like I said, I was not for The Rock and Roman at first because I was a little like, you're taking the shine from Cody and taking his opportunity away.
Yeah.
But again, I tweeted, I never took away from his in ring ability. I know that man. Anytime he has come back, he has killed it. I remember that match with him and CM Punk, 2013, killed it,
Oh yeah.
killed it, like killed it. Him and Cena killed it. Like every time he's come back, the dude's just like riding a bike for the dude. Like he got it in his veins, literally. So yeah, he killed it. He did a great job. Took a lot of bumps. Sold
He was
well.
he was taking some bumps.
Bumps, bro, through the tape, rock bottom through the table.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, okay, we back. We
Yeah,
back. I
I
was
was
like,
like,
yep,
yeah,
here we
bro.
go.
Like he was taking a stump. I think he took the stump maybe twice. Like, yeah, he was really, really good. And Roman was great as well. Like I thought it was just a really well put together match. Like
And nobody interfered.
nobody, nobody.
That's what like threw me off. Like after watching that night, I was like, wait a minute. Nobody interfered in this match.
Hmm.
I was like, okay, that means something.
Yeah. Like it was like Seth looked good, Cody looked good. I like the fact that Cody took the pin. Like I think that was kind of symbolism for what we might get in the future.
I
You
told
know,
y'all he was taking that dang pin from the Rock.
yeah, no, it's facts. That's facts. You're right. You're right. Took that rock bottom. I was like, oh snap! Took the elbow. That was really really good, man.
Oh, that counter he did when he tried it the first time with the people's elbow and he did that cutter.
Oh yeah, that was fire.
That was nasty.
That was fire.
I was
Yeah,
like,
man.
he about to connect. He actually connected that one all the way
Yeah,
through.
yeah, man. Like that was just good stuff with the spear. With the they moved and Rock was in the way, and he speared the Rock. Roman speared the Rock. That was good.
That was
Um,
good and that was hilarious at the same time.
it was. It really was. Um, but no, that was really really good stuff. That match was top tier. I'm probably giving that. I rock with a 4.5.
I definitely gonna say a 4.5.
Yeah, 4.5 for me, man. That it just had every element I wanted, and The Rock got to cook, which I wasn't worried about him in the ring, but I was just like, are they gonna let him do his thing? Like, are they gonna be like,
Yeah,
well, your wind isn't quite there, so we're gonna limit? Like, no, he was in there, you know.
yeah, he
Um,
was.
like they went all in the crowd and all kind of
That's what
stuff.
really threw me off that they went in the
Yeah,
crowd like that.
yeah. Like,
Especially when he told the ref, like, don't you count or I'll fire
oh,
you.
that was amazing. He was like, I'll fire your ass. Like, don't you dare count. Like, I was like, okay, final boss coming through. You know what I'm saying? I like that. But what would you give? So we kind of talked about it, but like overall, night 1 out of 10, what would you rate it?
I would probably give it uh I give it about a 7.
We were right on point today, man. I'd say a 7, and that's heavily dependent on those last two matches.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
heavily dependent on those last two, just because it was just those last two felt like mania. Because I saw people tweeting, they was just like, does this not have this don't have the same aura as a mania? Like this just don't feel like it feels like one of those big like overseas cards we've had. You know what I mean?
It felt like a overseas PLE.
Yeah,
It
like
did.
it felt like one of those where it's like Elimination Chamber was cool, but it just didn't have an aura. Didn't have a mania aura at all. It was fun. It
Mm-mm.
was this felt like that for a while, and I was just like, man, what is missing here? But those last two kind of got it, especially that last one. I was like, oh, okay, this is mania. You know what I mean?
Right.
So no, I agree with you. Production level, just match choices. They definitely stacked it night two. I don't know if they meant that on purpose, but
Like it makes me feel like they meant to do that.
yeah, they had to because it's like I do think some like if I gave Triple H True Serum and I was like, all right, give me your give me your review of the night one. I think he'd go, all right. I thought Jay and Jimmy would do a little better. I thought they'd hit a little better. I thought Rhea and I bet he'd be like Rhea and Becky. I wanted that to be a classic, but due to her being sick, it just is what it is.
Yeah.
Um, and I think he would say like, Rey Mysterio. We got to get him on the card. I care about all those guys getting TV time. But like, I think if I gave him Truth Serum, I think he'd know like some of those fell a little short. Some of them he
Yeah.
couldn't control. Some of them was like you knew Jay and Jimmy wasn't going to give you nothing really to hold on to really.
Yeah.
Um,
Exactly.
Especially if you're not going to like. I feel like sometimes maybe I'll be like, y'all didn't call Rikishi and just be like, hey, I want you to be special referee or something like that. Like, add a little something to it. You know what I
Like he
mean?
was there.
He was literally there for the Hall of Fame. Like, I'm just like, you gotta add some drama to it. These dudes are not good enough wrestlers to just be like, all right, go in there and kill it. Like, no, they're not about to put on a banger like that.
Like they could put on a banger against other people, but not each other.
Yeah, tag team. Well, somebody tweeted. It was like they have the worst chemistry of a tag team I've ever seen. Like, like going against each other, like the worst. Like, yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, against people, have over 10 to 12 bangers, just classic tag team matches.
Yeah.
But against each other, nah, they just don't. That's what made the Usos so cool. They was tag team. They did a lot of the same moves. Like, oh, this is different. Okay, I like it. But
Yeah.
against each other, no thanks.
No, we ain't doing that again.
All right, now let's dig into the heavy stuff. All right, night two. We're starting off with a bang. Starting off with a bang. We have Drew McIntyre going against the world heavyweight champion, Seth Rollins. This was a great match. Like, this was a really, 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 this was better than almost anything on night one other than obviously tag team match. Like, to
Yeah.
me, this is better than Sammy and Gunther to me.
Like even the entrances felt
Yes,
WrestleMania worthy.
yes, 10 times. Even how silly Seth's was, I was like, okay, we're in Mania at least. We
Yeah.
spent a Mania budget at least.
Yeah, when he came out with the Mummers Parade.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, this is Mania. This feels like even with them holding the swords for Drew, like that was some Game of Thrones types. That was fire. That was really good. Um, but like even discounting the cash in, the just in ring between Seth and Drew, I thought it was really really good, really really good, and like the countless claymores. You
When
know
he
what I mean?
claymored him in the like right when the went ding ding. When he
Oh,
claymored him, I was
bro,
like, oh my gosh.
yeah. Like you could that was a see that's smart. That shows okay, this dude wants the belt. Like he pulling out he walking in with a finisher. Like you don't even do that in a
Yeah.
video game. You know
Yeah.
what I
He
mean?
walked in like I got this F in my back pocket.
Yeah, exactly. I got this hold L1 and X and it's a
Yeah.
wrap. Like,
I'm about to get you like right now. I'm about to just
yeah.
make this over with.
Hmm.
That was crazy.
That was really good. It was just a shock. It was a great start. I thought they both have good chemistry. But like that any match I've seen with them, they've had pretty good. Even though didn't they go against each other at a crown was it Crown Jewel or was it I can't remember. They basically had a singles match and he beat Drew. That was a good match. And
Yeah,
so
they do
this
have
one,
good chemistry.
yeah, they do. Like, and it's a good like, Seth is in that like Shawn Michaels build, and then Drew was a bigger guy, so it just looks cool.
Yeah, it was
Um,
like that Shawn Michaels Diesel
yeah,
back in the
exactly.
day.
Yeah, if Diesel could wrestle, absolutely. Drew is top tier as far as big guys. So,
That's true.
but yeah, man, that was really fun. It was a lot going on. Pedigrees, stomps, claymores, all that stuff. And
The
on it,
Future Shock DDT.
yeah, Future Shock, man, a really good move. Always a fun move to see. Um, so all right, so let's separate them. So just off of the match alone, without the cash in, what would you rate it?
I'll definitely put that at a 4.5 for me.
I'm gonna go. It's tough.
Because the emotions with it, like after he lost, he was
Oh,
crying.
bro, that got me, bro. I was with my daughter. I was like, I can't show nothing like that. But like, that got me because he was like, "You deserve it," and I was just like, "Oh, Seth, you're a broken man, and you just been holding this damn title. You made this title relevant.
He
You know what I
really
mean?
did.
But this title could have meant absolutely nothing, but he made it almost as important as Romans now.
Yeah,
You
he
know,
did.
but no, you're right. Good point out. Like that was emotional. Drew's reaction to winning it, he didn't like immediately go running around. Like he took a moment to be like, "Yo, this is what I asked for, and I got it." And then when he
Yeah.
slowly took the bell from the ref, and then he like stood up, and the crowd like went. I was just like, man, he been wanting this. He been talking about this for 3 years almost.
Right.
Um, but no, I would go. I'm gonna go four, but that's tough. That's four, but that's tough. All right, now let's talk about the CM Punk element. He walks over to CM Punk. You know, he hugs his family. You know, all the sweet champion stuff. And he walks over to CM Punk's and just talking to him, talking crazy, and like putting the belt in his face and all that.
Gets
And
him to
then
suck it.
yeah, and then CM Punk go like, "All right, I've had enough." Trips him on the table, takes off his own brace. I was like, "Oh snap! Is he been faking, or is he just healthy enough now?" I'm assuming just healthy enough now. And then hits him over the head with it, bro. What was your reaction when the Judgment Day music hit?
Like right when he looked at CM Punk, I was like, "Uh-oh."
Yeah,
And that's when I text y'all uh before the night too. I was like, "Hey, y'all think Damian cashing in?" Because I
yeah,
had a funny feeling. I was like, "He gonna cash in, either fail or he gonna succeed." And I
yeah,
knew he's gonna cash in or try to cash in on Seth and Drew.
yeah.
But it really got me with the whole CM Punk thing. Homeboy didn't wear a brace this whole weekend.
Oh, it's true. Yeah,
So I was like, when I saw, I was like, okay, why is he wearing a brace now all of a sudden?
yeah,
And I was just like, okay, I'll think about that later.
yeah,
Then when we started talking to him, I was like, okay, I know
yeah.
exactly why he got this brace. You about to get him with this dang brace.
Yeah, bro.
He had me cracking up when Drew was talking to him, and
Yeah,
CM Punk said like, "Hey, I got these cans on. I can't hear what you're saying."
I can't hear a word you're saying, but
You
okay.
saying,
Yeah,
"Yeah, but okay."
yeah. That was hilarious, bro. And then, bro, when that music hit, I was like, "Oh snap!" I was like, "They're like, you know me. I was the person. For some reason, in my mind, I went, they're not gonna ruin Drew's moment, and they're definitely not about to add him into this convoluted Cody match." So I was like,
Yeah,
and you're not about to have him fail. You can't have this many cash-ins just walk out there and fail. Like then it makes the Money in the Bank thing look
yeah.
stupid,
He.
right?
That's what I was thinking. He got to succeed somewhere in
He
this.
has to. If he does it, he got to succeed. And he was so
And plus,
strategic about it.
then doing that for the culture for him.
Yeah, facts, facts. Like,
And I was just like, you gonna have to, hey,
yeah, no, for real. That's real talk. Like when his music hit and he like ran down there with purpose, hit him with the briefcase and was like, I'm. And then Samantha, her call was just so genuine. It was like he's cashing in. I think he's cashing in. It was just like, oh, what is going on? Like we're all
yeah, it
like,
was like straight madness that whole
it
time. I
really,
was like,
it
okay,
really
what is
was,
going on?
it really was. We were all like, wait. Well, I thought this was a Drew moment. I thought we were getting emotional here about Drew. uh, and then CM Punk's just grinning the whole time. And yeah, Damien hits him with the South of Heaven and 1, 2, 3. Damien's the champ, man. Like,
Yeah,
and then
that was crazy.
just seeing CM Punk just applaud on the side as he's sitting on the table, bro. Picture per brilliant, really brilliant, man. I was like, wow, this might be one of the great. Like, I was trying to explain to my daughter because she's like, what's going on? Like, she's watching with me. And it's like, why is everyone losing their mind? I'm like, okay, this dude is cashing in. That briefcase, that means something. He gets to cash in, and he gets to catch people slipping, and then he can take the title from him. She's like,
Yeah,
oh, okay. So, but yeah, man, I thought it was just brilliant to have CM Punk a part of that. To me, honestly, that's low key. I don't know if it's Seth Rollins level cash in, but
it's close,
it's close. That's one of the best cash ins ever. Like,
especially like you didn't see that coming.
no, not at all. By that point, we were all like, okay, it's not happening here, you know.
Yeah, because I was like, okay, he got the belt from him. About right when he tripped Drew on that table, I was like,
Yeah.
okay, what we're doing here?
Yeah. Once he started like getting up, took his jacket off, I was like, okay, like there's a plot, like he's doing something here.
Like even CM Punk's reaction when the music hit, like
Bro, that was really good. That was
that
really
was the
good.
perfect shot.
It really, bro, the camera work, boom, right in front of his face, and then you see the like the purple lights in the background because the music's hit, and the crowd going crazy behind him. I was like, wow, they was cooking. The cameraman was cooking.
That
Shout
show
out,
was. It was like it was like,
thanks,
hey, we got new leaders now, so we gonna do what we want.
yeah, thankfully that one dude ain't there no more. We would have got 85 different shots in that
Then we would have got
last.
all that pan, just
Yeah,
all
just
that
cutting.
stupid
Yeah,
cuts and crap.
yeah, just cutting the different random stuff all the time. So, no, that was great. That was really good. What would you give? So, what would you give the cash in out of five? I'm probably doing 5 out of 5.
Yeah, that was fire. That was straight fire. That
Yeah,
was
man.
that was yeah.
Like,
That got me. I was just like, are they really gonna take this away from Drew? They're taking
yeah.
Drew's
And
moment.
I was also like almost more shocked that they're gonna give this to Damien. Like, they believe in Damien to give him the world title and what this means for Judgment Day moving forward. Like, yeah, it was just like, oh, okay, like they're the next. They were always thought to be, at least internally, I've heard to replace the bloodline, but like this is really taking a step. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah, because like even you have other storylines you can do this with.
yeah, you really do.
Because now you got, hey, why the Finn start looking at that title?
Yeah,
Because you
exactly.
know it's gonna happen.
Oh, it is. You know it is. He's gonna look for a favor. He's gonna, say I looked out for you. I brought you into this thing. You know what I mean? When he was like the de facto leader for a little bit. Um, yeah, man, that you're gonna be able to cook with that storyline for a while. Judgment Day is now back relevant again. They had a little lull there going into WrestleMania, but
Now, do you think that Drew resigns?
I think so. I think he's cooking at a high level right now. I don't think you want to leave that on the table. And I think,
Especially,
well, go ahead.
yeah, especially with him and that's this storyline with CM Punk.
Oh, bro, that's gonna draw stupid money. That's gonna draw stupid money, and then he might get it back at Clash of the Castle. Like, I feel like they're gonna give it back. They're gonna be like, "Hey, Drew, don't worry, we're gonna look out for you, brother. We just there's some money to be made here with the whole you and CM Punk are cooking too well. You're doing too well on social media. I'm gonna give you this belt for a quick minute. I'm gonna take it off of you. Now I'm gonna look out for you though." He probably like, all right, bet. Like he was like, I'm cooking right now. I don't even have the belt. So he's probably
Right.
like, you know what I mean? So um now let's talk about this next match. Now I am reading Forbes's like match layout thing. Is it true that Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits are called the Pride? Or am I
Yes. Like,
Lord
but
Jesus.
the weird part is though, they're called the Pride, but the whole WrestleMania weekend, they never called them the Pride.
That's also for very frustrating. I hate the name, but if you're gonna have a name, you need to be called by the name. Like, wow,
Like they
that
even said the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley, or vice versa.
they
So
that's what
that's
it
why I was
said on the
confused.
yeah, that's what it
So I was
literally
like,
because yeah,
did
because
they
I was
drop
like
the name?
yeah, I was like, did Samantha Irvin say their name wrong? Because she was like Street Profits and Bobby Lashley. Because I was expecting some big like name reveal. I was like, oh, maybe they're gonna say the Hurt Business or you know, um, wow, the Pride. Jeez, that seems like an AI generated name. Like the
Yeah, we're gonna
Pride.
get these three black dudes, and yeah, we're gonna
Yeah,
call them the
the Pride. That sounds stupid as hell. All right, the Pride versus the Final Testament. This was cool. I didn't need it, but it was all right. I'd probably
This was
give it a
definitely a SmackDown TV match.
bro. SmackDown third match right before the commercial. Like, didn't need this whatsoever. The
Like
big
this
fat
is one of
fight.
those where you get a commercial break in it.
Yeah, yeah. What is it called? Screen and picture and
Yeah, the
whatever.
picture in picture commercial
Picture in
break.
picture. Yeah. AEW. Picture in picture. Yeah, like I could have did without this, to be honest. Like the B-Fab spots, the whole thing. I was just like, I'm good. I mean, I wasn't expecting Bubba Ray. That was dope.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I get it when they said, kind of reason why. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
it's hardcore. They in
Hmm.
Philly, EC Dub. I'm like,
Right.
okay, I get it.
Yeah.
And especially, it was that Spencer who said that. Talking
Hmm.
about, we already know who winning.
Oh yeah. Exactly. He said we already know he for the culture, baby.
Yeah, Bubba Ray for the culture.
All
These
right.
these black folks about to win.
Oh yeah, he making sure they walk out with a victory. Um, no,
But
Bubba Ray was probably the best part of the whole thing, honestly.
yeah, he made this match.
Yeah, he made it. He made the match. He made it fun. Um, like with the WhatsApp and the stuff. I was hoping he would hit the 3D. I hope he could hit the cutter part of the 3D, but he didn't do it.
Like it was funny. Like right when he put them glasses on, you knew it was about to go
Oh
down.
yeah, you knew it was a wrap. You knew it was over at that point.
I was like, "Yep, he's not going for you anymore."
Yeah, like it's a wrap for you, my boy. Like,
Especially right before the "What's up," when he basically was selling the street profits, and Bobby
what
Lashley
to
like, "Hey,
do?
move his leg right there. Hey, just yeah, okay."
Yeah, hey, go to the top ropes. Go to the top rope real quick. like, like that was funny, man. That was good stuff. I'll probably
Even
give
though
it
they
a
had tables breaking on him.
yeah. Oh, that was hilarious. That was actually one of the most well handled botched tables. Usually it's like a real super awkward, but it broke and everybody was like laughing and obviously Montez Ford was like laughing. He kind of was like, all right, let's try this again. You know.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you with this kendo stick, so
Yeah,
you ain't gonna move.
exactly.
Then we're gonna do this. We're gonna try this again.
Yeah, bro. When he jumped over the
Oh, the
thing to jump over,
turnbuckle.
yeah, the turnbuckle, bro. That was fire. That
I
was
thought he
fire.
almost hurt himself when he did that.
Yeah, because his legs like hit the barricade part too.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I give it probably 2.5. It
I
was all right.
agree.
It was all right.
A lot of that 2.5 was Bubba Ray Dudley.
But yeah, heavy amount of that 2.5. Next we have LA Knight versus AJ Styles. Um, what'd you think about this one?
I thought what really disappointed me. I thought LA Knight was going to get a better entrance than what he got,
Same,
and that was
same.
one of those also where they kind of cut from the dang commercial to go to his entrance.
Yeah, yep.
So I thought he was going to have something.
I thought so too. I thought we would get something. You know what I mean? A little something. You know, LA Knight. You know, he's pretty known. He was big. He was very like culturally popular too. Like you could have got an artist to come out there and do something. I don't know, but like,
Then he had the 12s, the Jordan 12 boots
oh
on.
yeah. That's what I mean. Like, yeah, they
Yeah.
definitely could have did better with that. Little intro video before. I don't know, but
What you think
AJ
of
and AJ,
AJ's music?
bro,
His new music.
was that from TNA or no?
I don't know what that was from. I think it's
Okay,
like new. But at
okay,
the
yeah.
same time, I could barely hear it.
I can barely hear it either. That's why I always tell people stay away from the rap theme songs. That's dangerous, especially in an arena like that. You're not gonna hear no words. You barely gonna hear the beat or anything like that. Like, yeah, that
Like it
was
sounded like it could bop, but I couldn't hear it.
yeah, and it was low key like, okay, this is kind of similar to your last one, at least from what I did
Like
hear from it.
lyrics wise.
Yeah, sound like the same dude who did it. Honestly, did his last one. So I was just like, I don't know. Not a. Wasn't a fan of the intros of either one. Um, I will say I do think this is LA's best match. Probably his
Yeah.
best overall one v one match.
Yeah,
They
it
both made
was.
each other look really good. LA looked good. Broke out some stuff. Took some chances, interacted with the crowd. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Like I've never been a guy who's like LA Knight can't wrestle, but I understand his limitations a little bit. But yeah,
Yeah.
this definitely helped.
And AJ, AJ's AJ.
Exactly. Yeah, we
And
expect
that
it.
dude is When he got hurt, he came back in the gym.
Bro, yoked, doing 450 splashes still at his age. Wild.
He
Still wild to me.
better he better get some type of like title match. Both
Yeah,
of them should, honestly.
really. I'm hoping LA Knight can go for one of those titles, maybe US title. Him versus Paul. They got history, so wouldn't mind that at all. But yeah, solid match. I would probably give it a. I'll give this a 3.5. Honestly,
I agree. I said 3.5 too. I say that.
yeah, like it was pretty good. All right, now we're in cooking season. Now we're in the cooking season of night two. Now we're in the part where it was like, okay, now we're talking about maybe the best night two of all time. Like now we're in that territory.
Yeah,
Because before this, it was like, okay, we're obviously Drew McIntyre, Seth really took it to another level.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And LA Knight AJ was good, so it was like, okay, let's see where this goes. And this next match was like, ooh, okay. So we got Logan Paul as the U.S. champion, defending his title against Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. Um, I thought the intros were solid. I didn't necessarily love Kevin Owens and Randy coming out together. That was kind of weird, but it's whatever. Their personalities are weird too. So really, it made sense, but
Yeah,
also it
it
was like,
did.
I don't know. It was like,
It
all
was
right,
kind of funny to me. I was just like, he was like, man, let me go ahead and let him so he don't have to
yeah,
walk.
yeah. And then
Let me go
Kevin
pick
just
him
took
up.
off 80 miles per hour. It's like, damn, I would have told him, hey man, you better slow this stuff down. You
Yeah,
better
he
slow this
did. He
thing
like
down.
he you saw Randy like, hey, slow
Yeah.
down, man.
You're like, bro, we going downhill, basically. Like, relax. You know what I mean? But no, that was funny. Obviously, Logan Paul always gets a special entrance on pay per view. So, um, man, this match, I had I had some high hopes for this match, but this to me, this exceeded expectations. To me, what do you think?
We said that was gonna wind up happening,
Yeah, facts. We
even
did.
though even though Pat didn't want that.
Yeah, Pat Hayden. Pat all hating us. If he has a bias for somebody, it just clouds his entire judgment.
That's why I
Um,
texted him, hey, you all right?
yeah, exactly. Because like Logan won, but it was also a banger. Like a very, very good match. That was a lot of fun.
Like I even
Um,
like KO. Yeah, was it KO and Randy? Oh yeah, because he did the try to do the pop up power bomb. Or was it a pop up power bomb?
I think it was
And he
pop up.
wound
Are
up
you
doing
talking
the
about
air cut when
it?
he did the RKO.
Yeah, it was a pop up to the RKO. Yep,
That was nasty.
that was nasty. Yeah, that was really good. Like he had some
Yeah,
really good RKOs and so.
especially with what's that streamer or
Oh yeah,
ISO Speed.
yeah, yep.
Somebody
He
need to
put
tell
us.
him like, hey, you can't be only the Rock can say the F word that
Yeah,
many
bro.
times.
Them damn streamers are stupid. They don't read, so they don't know rules. Bro, hey, we're on television. You can't. This isn't YouTube.
Like
You know what I
homeboy said
mean?
like 3 or 4 times. I'm like, hey man,
Yeah,
y'all gonna
yeah,
you gonna
bro.
say
I would
something
have,
here?
bro. If he would have came to the back and like, hey, did a solid job. Next time when you're on television, relax. Like this isn't YouTube. This ain't. You're not streaming right now. But
Randy kicked
yeah,
the crap out of him though.
bro. I was just kick the dog out of him, boy.
He was like, this is Sparta.
Yeah, bro. You could tell Randy was sort of like, all right, I'm getting a little annoyed here. Hold on. Like I know
Like
this is
he
a
was like
spot.
low key annoyed, like for real.
Yes. He was like, he's like, wait, what? And he started cussing at him. I'm sure Randy was like, hold on. That wasn't in the script. Like,
Yeah, like we ain't doing this.
yeah, in his chest, kicked the dog out of him. That boy went flying.
He almost went to the whole other side of that ring, man.
Bro, he literally kicked it from one goalpost to the other.
So I was like, why
Bro,
did he slide on the other side of the barricade?
bro, he took him out of that joint, bro. Hit him with a nice. I'm actually glad the table didn't break because it hit it even harder.
Because
Um,
it looked like I was like, okay, that for real hurt.
yeah, look, his head bounced off the table. You know what I mean? Um, but no, that was a great moment. LA Knight looked great. I mean, I'm sorry, Logan Paul looked good as usual. Um, the springboard clothesline always looks on point.
Yeah.
His frog splash is top tier. He hit you with the old school frog splash too. So
Yeah, he touched his toes.
touched his toes, bro. Athletic as hell. I'm like, how the hell you do that in the top of the
Yeah, because
air?
I
Like,
didn't even notice he did it until they did the replay, and I was just like,
yeah, slow mo.
"Oh, this fool touched his toes and went
Yeah,
like he almost double pumped it."
yeah, facts. Like Logan looked really good. Kevin looked good. I was rooting for Kevin. I was like, please, Kevin,
I
win this
wanted
belt.
Kevin too,
Yeah, man. So you and Sammy can have a moment. You know what I mean? But
especially when you did a dang entrance when he came back talking about, it's basically
yes,
your turn.
yeah. I was like, oh, okay. They really they putting it on. That was a tough curveball right there. Um, but
But I
look,
do like that they did it because it wasn't
yeah,
predictable.
yeah. It wasn't predictable. It was a bait and switch for sure. Um, but Logan Paul retains. I didn't necessarily love the finish. He kind of outsmarted Randy. I'm like, you ain't about to just outsmart Randy. You're not about to try to throw him out, then he throws you out and then walks over to you and you get a hold of him and throw him out. Like he's not doing it. Randy Orton isn't forward for that.
Yeah, that's the dang Viper. You don't do that.
Yeah, well, he's two steps ahead of people. Like you're not doing that. So that finish kind of annoyed me, but overall, really, really good match. Like I said, I'll give it a 4. Um,
I give it a
but
4 too.
yeah. All right, the women's world championship match. Bailey against the women's world champion, Io Sky. Now, damn it, these two women, I feel like they huddled at the beginning of the night and was like, all right, we thought maybe we'd have to compete with Rhea and Becky. I think we can do better. I think we can put a damn near classic together here. And that's what I think they did. Like, this is
They definitely did that.
like, to me, this is going to be up there for women's match of the year or match of the year in general. Like, they was cooking,
Yeah, they were.
cooking.
Boy, they really
Like,
did. Was like, yeah, we gonna steal this one.
yeah, like basically, because they got put in like what people call the death spot. You're the match before the main event. So everybody's waiting for your match to be over so they can watch what they came for. And to have a big match during that death spot, that's huge. And like I tweeted, this felt like 2020 Bailey as far as wrestling is concerned. Like,
Oh yeah,
like this felt like 2020 in the Thunderdome, her and Sasha putting in work, her putting in work with Bianca, having great matches with Bianca and Becky and all these other people. Io is gonna be Io. We know Io can gonna cook with anybody,
yeah, he gonna
but
cook.
yeah, Io gonna cook with anybody. But no, you're right. Like that, just the sequences, the entrances was great. That was a cool part. Like I liked Bailey's entrance. I really loved Io's. Io got
Yeah,
one of the hardest theme songs out there.
it really
Uh,
is.
like that's one of the
Even though
hardest
she
songs.
walking like she drunk sometimes, going to the
I
ring.
know it's funny. People be saying that about her all the time. It's hilarious. Um, but yeah, Io, man, that sequence where I'm trying to think of the exact sequence. I think somebody runs against the turnbuckle. Then I think Bailey hits Io. Io kind of walks over to the other side. Bailey tries to hit Io with that one move. She
Oh,
does
when
the
she tried to
finisher.
rose plan her, and
Yeah,
she
when she did,
basically like almost kipped up out of it.
yes, like did a front flip out of it, like on her
And
head.
was
I
just
was like,
like, oh yeah, you thought you got me. I was like,
bro,
whoa.
the whole crowd was like, whoa, like that was fire. Like that was amazing sequence right there.
I want to know who produced that match.
I, I actually think TJ and
But I said it gotta be TJ. He has to be
it was,
involved in that.
yeah, it was TJ and somebody else. I want to give them their credit because I did look and it was somebody else, and because people were like, "Oh yeah, TJ and such produced this match. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a banger." And that was like an hour before the match started. So I was like, "Oh damn, okay." Um, and yeah, man, that you're right though. Like whoever produced that put on a banger because the when Io did the backflip, the standing moonsault to the second
Oh
ring
my
moonsault
gosh.
to the
Yes.
last one. That's what it was. Then the last one does it, misses. Bailey runs over, tries to hit her with the rose plant. She does the kip up thing.
Yeah, she does a kip up. Yeah.
Yeah. that was man, that was just so good, bro. It was just you could. I didn't know those two had that good a chemistry in the ring because they were on the same team, so we didn't really get to see
Yeah.
them. But man, their chemistry is top tier. If I'm Triple H, I'm like, we got to run this back, backlash or something.
You could tell Bailey was like, this is my first singles match in WrestleMania.
Yeah,
I'm about to show out.
yeah. You could tell she's been training for this day specifically. Like,
Right.
like right again, man. It looked like 2020 Bailey again. Um, yeah, I was happy for her. And she got new theme music, which I thought was pretty good. It was better than that other stuff. Um,
Was that new?
I feel like it was new. Like it starts out as the old, then it's newer.
Or did
Um,
we or did we have we heard damage control for so long we forgot?
I
So I thought that
want
was
to
her old one, that role model one.
feel like it was. Let me see. Maybe new theme. Well, I may be wrong on that. See, no one has an actual name of it though. I guess okay. Maybe you're right. Maybe it wasn't new, but maybe it was new in May when she like became a babyface again.
Yeah.
So like it's been played before. It was I guess newer to me. Um, but yeah, I liked it, and it fit the moment. Like when they got the 1, 2, 3, man, like that felt good. That felt
Yeah.
like what I mean. The crowd was into that
And
one.
everybody wanted Bailey to win because everybody
Yeah,
loved Bailey.
everybody, bro. It was so annoying to be like, Bailey, I don't like you, but it's like like
Yeah,
we
well,
all
I
know.
need you not to turn. I need you to turn babyface again because I don't like
Yeah,
this.
exactly.
Or
I
at
don't.
least if you be a heel, you like a pseudo heel.
Yeah, you're funny as a heel. You make people laugh as a heel. Like this is you make fun of Michael Cole all the time. Like it's hilarious. Like it's hard to root against her. Um, so it's fun to be able to do it. And I feel like she's just so good. She can do anything really.
That's true.
Um, heel or not, but it is. I am interested how her title reign will be. Um, and knowing Bailey, she's gonna be like, hey, any big time girl from NXT, send her on up. You know what I mean? She wants to put on the next one. You
Right.
know. Um, but all right, what rating would you give to this one?
I give this a 4.5.
Same, same. I'm right there with you. Almost dead on. I just thought it was a classic to me. Like this is the match they're gonna talk about. Few months, few years. You know what I'm saying? As far as like Bailey's resume and stuff. And Io, shout out to Io. Io don't miss. Her and Bianca potentially had women's match of the year in
Yeah.
2023. Like she had great matches with Becky. She's had just classic. Her and Oscar had a good match, which have finding a good Oscar match is tough to come by nowadays. You know what I mean?
Boy.
So yeah, shout out to Io. Io will be fine. She'll bounce right back. All right, last thing. The main event: Cody Rhodes against Roman Reigns. I'll let you. What you think
Man,
about it, man?
this is everything I ever wanted
Yeah.
in a match.
Yeah.
For one, they cooked before
Yep.
any interference started happening.
Facts. Facts. It was that pace was
They were
immediate.
just like, they was like, you know what? Roman was like, hey, if I'm gonna go out, I ain't doing all this slow stuff no more.
Yeah. Facts.
Like they were just going. Then even when he hit the name Crossroads on Cody and said,
Yeah.
"Man, I knew that move was whack anyway." Basically,
Yeah.
when he told Paul Heyman, I was
Bro, he
like,
was
this.
talking his talk too. He's like,
Then he
man,
called him a little bitch. I was like,
he's like, you
oh
little bit.
man,
He's like, man, I'm a miss whooping your ass. Like, that was good stuff, man.
oh like
That was Yeah, man. When he hit him with the crosses, that was fire. Obviously, the classic finisher switch is a classic thing, but Cody hit the spear. Um, but you're right though. Like everything before the interference was amazing. So you needed that part. Without that part, it wouldn't have made everything as fun.
and even the entrances. I forgot to even
Oh
mention
man,
that.
Jesus, yes, my lord.
Like when he came out with that mask, then when
Oh
Brandy pop up, I was
bro.
like, oh, y'all got me. I was like,
Got
if
me.
Cody don't win this, all right, if Cody
Yes,
don't win this,
we going
like
right.
we don't. This is the first time we seen Brandy like on TV. Like we seen
Yes,
her in the crowd, but
right.
she is like seen right now.
Scene, like,
And that pop for her, I was like,
bro.
you back home. You
Yeah,
back home.
back home, bro. Man, that skull was nasty.
Yeah, when he
I
came,
was like,
I was like, oh yeah, we winning. We winning.
yeah,
We winning.
nasty.
Then Roman had a whole full orchestra.
Bro, that was top tier. It's funny. I rewatched his entrance. It was a couple days ago from last year with the pianos.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fire. But this one, man, with the chorus, with the orchestra, man, it
Oh
was
my
just
gosh.
really top tier stuff. I still get frustrated because I'm like, man, y'all could probably do it a little more, Roman, like just including his family and his elders actually like being part of his interest. But I'm like, hey, these people probably didn't want to do it. It's fine. But no, you're right. Like the way he rolled out, walked out,
And he didn't take forever.
he didn't. He took his. He was on a good pace. I thought he was going to come out later in the song. To be honest,
Yeah, I
um,
did too.
yeah,
That did throw me off. I said, oh, I thought they was gonna let that breathe a little bit.
yeah, man. Oh, before I forget, this is random, but we're talking about performances. Forgot to mention Rhea Ripley's. I really enjoyed Rhea Ripley's performance, entrance.
Oh yeah, when she had that band, that
Yeah, the
rock band
live
out.
band. Yeah, I didn't know that was like her favorite band, but that song is fire.
Yeah,
Um, she probably has the
like
best interest in the women's division.
you could tell like that was like that in like internally made her like
Oh
happy.
yeah, oh absolutely, bro, absolutely. Because
Like
she's one of the few who
you saw
says her
her
words.
come out.
Yeah, yeah, you could tell real like the person was happy.
Yeah,
Like she was enjoying the hell out of that. Like, and the fact that like the dude was like, "All rise for," blah blah blah, mommy, blah blah blah. You could tell she was happy about that too. Like, yeah, that was fire. That was really really good.
yeah, I forgot about that. I didn't like
Yeah,
Becky's
I didn't like Becky's either. I didn't like
that
Becky's
book
either.
thing. Like
Yeah, I don't want that
we
book
could have
out.
went without that.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I get you have a book out, but and it was cool. Like, you can do the words, but the book thing was like, I don't. Okay,
Yeah, I
like,
don't want to see this book
yeah,
like that.
I don't
Like,
want to read. Put the words
oh,
on a Titantron and keep it moving.
yeah, I'm gonna say I ain't trying to read this right now.
Yeah, bro. I'm watching wrestling. If I want to read, I would go grab a book. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But anyways, back to Cody Rhodes and Roman. Entrances fire, like we talked about before, the all the way up to the first, I guess, interference was Jimmy, I think, right?
yeah, it was
Um,
Jimmy.
Jimmy getting involved, and then Solo. Um, man,
I
like I
thought
was, no, go ahead.
I thought they got hurt when
Really?
Jimmy and when Jay came out
Yeah.
and when they went off that
Oh yeah,
off the
spear.
stage because they
Yeah,
didn't land all the way right on that
they
table on
didn't.
those
They did. I think
tables.
they missed low key missed the first table.
They missed that first table.
Yeah, yeah, man. Like, because I feel like Jay went a little early, and Jimmy was kind of looking back, like all lined up, and then he hit him.
Yeah, because he's definitely looking. He's like, okay, here we
Yeah,
go.
exactly. Going for a ride, whatever happens.
Yeah, because
Um,
when Jimmy came out, that's what I text y'all like. Here we go.
Here we go. Here we
Here
go,
come the
man.
shenanigans.
And you could tell the crowd was like, "Oh, okay, now we going. Now we cooking with grease," because it's like you were just waiting on who's going to be the first one. Because after that,
Yeah,
it's just dominoes.
yeah. It was
Uh,
like, okay, who's next?
yeah, and bro, like when Cena's music hit, I'm not even a Cena guy, but man, I got so damn hyped. Like,
Like I didn't expect Cena to come out.
really?
Yeah, because all these rumors and everything, I was like, okay, like I didn't expect him to come out the time he did. Because I thought we was gonna get Sammy and KO
Yeah.
or
Okay.
somebody else.
Yeah.
Then when I heard Cena, I was like, oh, we just gonna bring out heavy hitters right now. Then
Yeah. The boy really got the Avengers, and Cena looked great. Hit him with the five moves of death. They hit him with the attitude adjustment on the
on
table
the
on the outside. Um,
then
Looked
right
great.
when you hear The Rock, you see Cena's face, like, oh, oh my,
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah,
Rock,
because that's
bro, Rock roll out there, bro. Man, that was such a cool moment. Them two in the ring together. Like, we ain't got that in decades. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like,
And then when he rock bottom and he told him, get the F out of my ring.
yeah, get the hell up. You know what I mean? Pointed it to him. You didn't see Cena again after that.
Oh, he
Till the
didn't.
match was over. Like, yeah, like one quick rock bottom and done. And then yeah, he took the belt off. I was like, well, he about to whoop the dog out of Cody. And then the shocker happens.
Boy.
Hear that
Boy.
gong, crowd went nuts. My daughter was like, "What is going on? What's going on?" I was like, "I don't even know what's going on." I was like, "I think I know what's going on, but I don't know." Because the whole time I'm expecting Stone Cold, so I'm like, I don't know what's going on here. And then Taker pops up. I'm like, "Oh snap!" Like that is an interesting choice. I think he was the backup plan, but either way, it was fun.
I think that was the right decision. After I thought about it,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, why you have Taker? Then I thought about it. Remember what Roman said? This is his yard now.
Yeah,
Because remember, that's he said that after he beat Taker WrestleMania
he
years
did.
back.
He did.
And I was just like, okay, that makes sense now.
Yeah,
That's why Taker came out like, okay, y'all not gonna do this.
yeah. That's true. I guess Triple H was saying, like in his press conference, like we've always kind of considered Taker to be the final boss. You know what I mean? During his era. So like, if you make it up to Taker, like you made it to the final guy. So that was
Yeah.
kind of where they kind of tied it together. But I do think it worked. Obviously, it worked. I think, and this is why Spencer, if you're listening, this is why Stone Cold is the GOAT. Did Undertaker get a pop? Absolutely. He got a crazy pop.
Yes, he did.
But if that glass would have broke, bruh, Philadelphia would have had an earthquake.
Like it would have like when I heard the gong, I screamed.
Yeah, right.
But like if I would have heard that glass break, I would probably got emotional.
Bro, I would have my daughter would have to check on me, fam. I would have ran across my bro. It would have lost my mind, especially if he would have hit you with the if he would have hit us with the great theme, the theme with the words, that'd have been made. But either way, if he had like his hunter hat on, like his hunter's hat on, and just walking down there like pissed off cussing, oh, bro,
Like just the envision if that would have happened with him and Rock.
bro,
Because he can be the final boss all he want to. Let
yeah,
that glass break. He gonna turn
he's
into a little bitch real quick.
right. Like, yeah, was he scared a little bit? Yeah, the lights are off. Like, we get it, the mystical aspect of it. But this is straight up. I've whooped your ass before, and I'm coming down here to whoop your ass again. And like, if Stone Cold would have been on one of them four wheelers rolling down there, bruh, like it would have felt like backlash. It would have felt like it would have, bro. I would have
Man,
lost my
I would have lost
entire
all like I
mind,
would have I would have been hoarse the next day.
bro. I'm sort of glad they didn't do it. I think they knew if we put Stone Cold in here, it takes away from anything Cody did.
I would not be talking about Cody
Yeah,
at all.
at all. Like that would not be the headline the next day. The next time would have been Stone Cold helps Cody win the championship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, whereas now it's like, no, Cody did it. Cody finished his story, blah, blah, blah. So, like, again, Spencer, hey, I love you. I know you called Taker the GOAT, but that is like the fact that they didn't use Stone Cold tells me everything I need to know about the GOAT conversation. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Um, but yeah, again, Taker comes out, choke slams Rock. Um, oh, we didn't even talk about the Shield. The
That's the
Shield,
most important part of this whole
whole thing.
match.
That thing had layers, layers, and
Oh,
layers of storytelling.
like that has what a decade of
Yes,
storytelling all in
bro.
itself.
I lost all logic when that music hit. I was like, Dean? And like knowing damn well he's not going to be there. But I lost all logic. I was like, wait. Is Dean, maybe did they pull it off? You know what I mean? I was just like thinking super fast, like, and just the story to like, because, Cody said you're going to be my, he was like, I'll be your
I'm gonna
shield.
be your shield.
I'm going to be your shield when it deals to the bloodline. I'm like, I didn't even look that deep into it. And so for them to do that and for Seth to go and dye his hair after his match earlier that day to look like what he did from the Shield and obviously wear the same, like, shout out to Seth, man. That's dedication for real.
Like, and for those people who don't know the layers with that,
Yeah,
back when they were him, Dean Ambrose slash John Moxley, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins with the Shield, Seth turned on Dean and Roman by chair shotting Roman first, which everybody probably seen out there,
yeah,
and broke up, the Shield to join Triple H and his faction at that time.
yep,
And Roman has never forgiven him about that and has never
ever,
forgotten,
never, yep.
to the point where if he hear the music, he acts a certain way. Like he started having like trauma from it
PTSD,
still.
yeah,
Yeah.
basically, yeah,
So hearing that music, he was already on 10 on like, okay, why are we hearing this?
right, right. Like, yeah, bro. When that
To the
music
point
hit,
where he had his shot
yes,
to end Cody with that chair, but he
yep,
saw Seth on the other side the exact same way he was looking before he got betrayed. He
yep,
couldn't help himself and went after Seth.
bro. Just the producing. I think my boy, Glorious,
Bobby Roode.
Bobby Roode, he produced this match.
Yeah, I heard he helped out
Yeah.
what's his face? Was it Hayes?
Oh, yeah. Michael Hayes.
Michael Hayes.
Yeah, bro. They was cooking. They was cooking because if I would have been standing there ringside, they would have said, like in the prep before the match, they would have been like, all right, Roman, you're gonna hit Seth because obviously that's what he did to you. I would have been like, wait, what? Y'all gonna y'all are thinking that deep? Like I would have been like, wow.
That
Like
was way deep.
bro, super like you said, bro, he literally that is what cost him his championship. The opportunity to get Seth back cost Roman his empire, basically.
Yeah, he couldn't let go.
Yeah, he couldn't let it go. He could have easily hit Cody, thrown Seth out of the ring, spear, whatever he needs to do. 1, 2, 3, we're out of there. But he couldn't resist, like you said, man. And just that alone, man. The way he fell was just
The
like how Roman
same,
fell.
the same exact way.
Yes, it was just like, bro, the details is what made this top tier, man. And just again, Cody takes advantage of that, hits with the crossroads, what, 3 times?
Yeah.
The
I,
emotional last one.
when when he did those crossroads, I said to myself, I swear, if you go near those ropes one more time,
Bro.
I'm gonna be very upset because I was waiting for it. I was like, don't you go near those ropes again.
Yes,
I'm like, you done did
yes.
this twice now. You did this the
Right.
night before,
Yeah, you need to be in
and
the
Solo came out. You better
center of that ring, damn
you better stay dead in that ring.
it. You're right. Yeah, man. I knew it was over when he took his time on that last one. I was
Yeah,
like, oh, okay. Like he knows, all right, things are about to change after this. Hit it. 1, 2, 3. Samantha Irvin again, MVP of the weekend, with like crying while she's saying it.
man. Because
Um,
at first I was saying like, dang, is her mic going out? And I was like, oh no, she
yeah,
crying.
yeah. I said the same thing because they didn't put the camera on her, so we didn't really know. But we heard it was like trembling a little bit. And she said like she does not want to know the finishes. She tells them, "Do not tell me the finishes, so I can react in real time." And
Yeah,
so she like trembled up when Sammy won it. So Cody won it. She was just lost. And man, it added to the emotion. Like the whole thing, the whole like after the match stuff was amazing. Um, yeah, man. Do we need to rate this? Do we?
You already know what it is for me.
He like 5 out of 5.
It's
Like, come
five out
on,
of five, man.
that's easy.
Like
Yeah,
man,
I
they
might
gave
throw
me
that match on
everything.
tonight. Like, yeah, bro.
Oh man,
It was draining, but exhilarating at the same time. It was
how long did
just,
that go for? Like 40? Was that 40 minutes?
yeah,
How long
it
was
might
that?
have been 40, 45, bro. Because they was like, because somebody said like it's a 9, they might have the whole hour. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, this is going by quick, and I was like, wait a minute, are they gonna get us an hour?
Yeah, like, and to the people who said this was overbooked, I would say to you, shut the hell up. like,
Man,
like, relax. Understand this is wrestling. Understand how Roman Reigns matches go. And Cody literally, it's bloodline rules. Cody said, I have to build a team. I know what's coming this year. Last year, I tried to do the whole Macho Man, I'm going to do it by myself thing. It didn't work, obviously. So he was like, I'm going to build some contingency plans to where when he throws whatever he got at me, I got something ready for him. It was in the story. It wasn't like some, oh, these are random people jumping in here that have no tie to Cody. It was all built in story wise that he was going to have some people to help him counteract what Roman was going to do. So to me, like, that isn't overbooking. Overbooking is like, what the hell? You're just bringing out your biggest stars just to say you did it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And yeah, man, I don't know. I saw some people
yeah, I
complain
don't.
about that. I was just like, you're thinking
Yeah,
too hard in this.
I'm about to say, if anything, it was an overbooked freaking masterpiece. That's what it
Yeah,
was.
exactly. It was shenanigans, but it was beautiful. Everyone expected it to be shenanigans. Like we
Yeah, that's
wanted
also
it to.
like we said that in the day podcast. We was like,
Yeah, like
this is going to be outrageous what they're going to be doing because we already
yeah,
know what's about to happen.
absolutely, absolutely. And you know what? I do not put it past Pat to be like, man, it was overbooked and blah, 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 shouldn't did they should have did that. We'll let Pat when Pat comes
They
up
should
again. We'll ask
they
him.
should just did one on one.
Yeah, they should do 1-on-1. Real man stuff. Something stupid. But 5 out of 5 for sure. Um, all right, we'll quickly talk about Raw real quick. Raw after Mania. What were your main takeaways from Raw?
What did the heck did Rock give Cody?
Yeah, yep. Even that was a very interesting interaction.
Yeah,
Um,
because even like when I was watching that, like me and the family was like, is he upset or is he crying? Or is he about
yeah,
to cry?
yeah, right, right, right. Same. I
And
couldn't
I was
tell.
like, and I couldn't tell. I was like, he looked like he was upset,
Yeah,
but he looked like he was mad. I was
right.
like, I don't know, but I want to know what it is.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's for sure. Knowing Triple H, knowing all of them, that's long term storytelling. That might be SummerSlam. That might be next year WrestleMania for all we know. You know what I mean? But yeah, seeing that, seeing the draft is going to happen. They put an official date on the draft. I think they said the 20. What is it? 26th?
26 and 29.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That'll be interesting. Change some things up, and then there were some other good matches, but obviously we got to see Cena again. We got the main event where CM Punk screwed Drew again. So we'll see what comes out of
Where did
that.
he come from?
I know. I really think they be having these people hiding in the ring for hours. I really don't know. But yeah, that was dope. I was not. I wasn't expecting just because we didn't see him, and for him to come out hold him while he's trying to do the Claymore, that was interesting.
And we
Um,
also have some NXT
oh,
people show
debut.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Ilya Dragunov showed up, got a win over Shinsuke. That was a big win.
And
Um,
Roxanne Perez.
Roxanne Perez, yep. Um, really cool just to see Rock's daughter, who's doing a great job on NXT. Um, yeah, that was fun. So
Do
yeah,
we know
Raw.
why she ain't wrestling?
I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure. I want to say she got hurt for a little bit, but that was a while ago, if I remember correctly. So, and she honestly might be best for this type of stuff. I don't know. She's been doing a good job at it, wrestling, I wasn't too fond of her, but we'll see what holds for her. All right, now let's finish it off with our top 5 moments of the weekend. Um, I will go first. I can find my list here. Obviously, way more than 5 moments from the weekend. I mean, it was WrestleMania, so
Yeah.
plenty of stuff to choose from. But my number 5 is oh man, I didn't even. Oh, you go first. I gotta find mine.
My number 5 was the big three: Bianca, um, Naomi, and Jay.
Yeah, okay, that's a good
Them,
point.
showing, like Bianca said, it's just not one of us. It's more than one now. So it's like it's a movement about to happen.
Yeah, facts.
So
Yeah,
just for the culture all in itself, that's definitely
mm,
a moment that is about to change some things.
absolutely. Yeah, that's inspired a lot. My daughter was watching and was, tuned in, was loving it. So that alone shows you like the inspiration there are. So yeah, shout out
Like
to those three.
even like every time Jade is on the screen, my oldest daughter had to see her.
For real, that's what's up.
Yeah, because she
That is
likes
what's
her
up.
haircut. She likes
Yeah,
her little
no,
bob.
yeah, little Bob, what is that, blonde or whatever it is, or white Bob? Yeah, she just has a dope look to her, obviously. But no, I can see why people would gravitate to her. Um, okay, that's a good choice. My number 5 is the Sammy Brainbuster. Um, I just was not expecting it. That was not something I put on my bingo card for WrestleMania. You know what I mean? Just a good old brainbuster. Just man, perfectly executed. Um, and did it with some like velocity to where I was like, wait, what happened?
Yeah, I have to
Um,
definitely take a look at that one twice.
yeah, right. And the way they called it, shout out to Cole and them calling it correctly, like a brain buster. You know what I mean? They weren't like, oh, I think you missed it or something like that. Like they knew,
Yeah,
okay, he was going for a brain buster. So they sold it really well. Okay, what was your number 4?
my number 4 was Gunter and Sammy. Like that whole
Nice.
match.
Yeah, fire.
Like
Absolute
me even
fire.
being shocked that Sammy won that thing.
Yeah, same. I was like, wait, what? I was like, what? I was in shock for a while. Um, yeah, that's a good one. It's a good one. My number 4 is the night one main event. The tag team match. Just seeing Rock again, seeing, Rock and Roman work together, seeing the Rock just beat people up again. That was just fun to see. And just to see him like get back in the groove again. Because Triple H has always talked about how like he's asked Rock to come before and he's busy and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
But he's like, as soon as he starts doing it a little bit, he's gonna get the itch again. And so you could tell he like satisfied that itch. That was fun to watch. Um,
My number, we at number 3.
yeah, yes, sir.
It would be that Bailey match.
I'm right there with you. Number 3, Bailey and Io, man. That
Yeah,
match,
that match was straight fire.
straight fire. Best women's match I've seen all year. Um,
And they mess around when a slammy. Was that what they call them now? Yeah, the
yeah,
slammy
yeah. I
next
could
next WrestleMania.
I could definitely see it. Like it had that vibe. You could tell the crowd was into it too, like the whole time. Like again, like people underrate, like that was the death spot. That was the spot you put matches to die. Like the match before the main event,
Yeah,
usually not ends up being a classic, but this one was, man. And they should be very, very proud of that outcome. Like, I love to see like whenever like the behind the scenes WrestleMania stuff comes out, I'm gonna be looking forward to seeing like Bailey and Io's reaction like after the match and whatnot. And people talking about them being in the death spot and killing it. So good point. What was your number 2?
it's Undertaker and that Gong showing up.
Yeah, that's a good point, man.
That
Yeah,
got me.
I
That
got
not got
chills.
that got me feeling like a kid again.
Really did, man. It really did. Like you just and we haven't heard that gong in so many years.
Yeah, like, cause he started wrestling what 2 years ago,
Yeah,
two
in
three
like a
years ago.
wrestling situation, we haven't heard that ever. In the middle of a match? No, sir. Yeah, man. And knowing Taker, Taker still wants to wrestle to this day. He just can't, you know.
You just can't do it.
Yeah. So for him to get a spot at WrestleMania, I bet you he was geeked. Like, but you was like, oh hell yeah, I'll do that. Like, what you mean?
Like I'm
You
already
know?
there anyway.
Yeah, you're like, oh wait, you mean Stone Cold can't do it? Hey, pencil me in. I mean, I'll be there on the next flight smoking. You know what I'm saying? Number two for me was Damian Priest cash in. That one just caught me off guard. The timing, the match, the execution of it was just perfect. CM Punk being involved really through like everything the way they did it, executed it perfectly. Again, one of the best cash-ins of all time. So like now we're see the good thing about this cash-in is yes, it's great, but now we look forward to whoever gets the money in the bank next because we're like, oh, maybe they can do well with it. Whereas
Yeah,
previously it was like, man, ain't nobody other than Seth, ain't nobody really doing well with these cash-ins. Who cares? You know.
right.
But this created a historic moment, so that was dope. That was dope.
So my number one is, of course, Cody getting that belt.
Yes, sir. Cody finishing his story. That was my number one as well. Like they couldn't have did it better, man. That's hard to pull off, but they did it.
Especially pulling off knowing everybody's gonna know this is it
Yeah,
and still
yeah,
come
man.
out satisfied.
Exactly. The pressure was crazy.
And you could tell that um it was getting to Cody during his entrance.
Yeah, you could tell.
Especially like when his wife came out, he was almost crying down that ramp.
Yeah, he was. He definitely was. Like it was his time. You know what I mean? And a lot of people like in a championship match, they'll read the challenger just to see how they're entering, and they're like, oh, he's gonna win or oh, he won't win. But Cody's always emotional, so it's always hard to tell, you know. But it did feel like this is the time, you know.
Yeah. I was just
Man,
nervous thinking, if they gonna swerve us, boy, I'm done.
bro, because you never know with Triple H, bro. I was like, man, you never know, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, when Roman speared Rock, I was like, oh, okay, we're planting the seeds for maybe a Rock turn on him, but they didn't go that route
Yeah, they didn't go that route
at
at
all.
all.
They didn't have any, other than that, they didn't really have any like confrontations, anything like that. It was smooth tag team. Um, but yeah, that was executed perfectly, and you could like I guess they've been working on that finish for weeks, and like Rock been practicing for weeks that exact match over and over and over again. So it looked like it, you know. Um, yeah, man, that was the number one moment of the weekend. Definitely makes sense why we both got it there. Um, but all right, what would you give night two? A final rating?
I would definitely give night two I definitely give it a 4.5.
4.5. Nice. Yeah, yeah. Same. Um, I might even go five, man. Just because to get two classics out of one night is tough to do. That is
That's
really,
true.
that is
Like
really hard.
even the US championship match that
Banger,
was tough too.
banger.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
like
Nah, you
Drew and
right.
Seth.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Like the
you right.
cash in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll probably say a 5. Yeah, I changed. You got me to change my mind.
yeah. 5 out of 5. If we were doing 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Yeah, that was just night two is really what saved this WrestleMania, to be honest.
Yeah, because night one, boy, I was sitting here like,
Night
man,
one
Triple
was
H, dog. Don't be talking about this
yeah,
Triple H era. You about to drop the ball.
bro. I was worried for my boy. I was ready for Paul, man. I was worried for him, but he
Then on
pulled through.
top
He
of
knew
that,
he had
you had
something,
Stephanie coming out too on
bro.
night
And
two.
that's a cheat code. You pull out Stephanie. That's a cheat code.
We haven't seen
Uh,
Stephanie since Vince was back.
Yeah, I was like, man, Stephanie could do anything. She can walk out here anytime she wants. But all right, as we told people, it's gonna be a long one, but it was fun.
Yeah, man.
It was fun. I appreciate you hopping on with me, and yeah, well, you'll be back. I'll be back. We'll have Pat. We'll have everybody back. We'll have a few more guests coming up too. Shout out to everybody rolling with us through this whole road to WrestleMania. This is now a new era, so now we got to start all over for next year. You know what I mean? So, well, we do appreciate you listening in. Again, hit us up on the socials: Facebook, Twitter, on the X as they call it. Our Facebook group, Instagram, putting out some more stuff there. Be on the lookout for Georgia podcast. And yeah, appreciate you guys. Till next time. We out. Yeah.